It's time to nourish your mind with Soul Sprouts. That's right, Soul Sprouts by Mixed Greens for the Soul.com. These 5-minute moments give you time to reflect and be mindful. Think of this as that something, that one thing that you do for yourself today. Think, seeds planted in the garden of my spirit. All right, let's get started. Let's blossom together. So, in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, amidst all of the chaos that can ensue, there lies a crucial skill that can impact our well being and our success. Do you know what that skill is? It's called emotional intelligence. That's right, emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence sometimes is referred to as EQ. Just know that when you hear EQ or emotional intelligence, they're the same thing. Now, let's talk about a working definition for emotional intelligence. All it really is our ability to recognize our emotions, to understand our emotions, and to manage our emotions. Again, a working definition, our ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions. Now, there's one part of that people typically forget when we talk about emotional intelligence, and that's our ability to recognize, understand, and influence that we can impact the emotions of other people. Let me say that for you again. When it comes to emotional intelligence, we also have to realize that we impact and influence other people's emotions. Don't forget that part. Now, you guys know that I love to talk about tools to put in our toolbox, right? Those are strategies and practices that have been evidence based and proven throughout time. These are strategies that are used across education, social work, medicine, therapy, so on and so forth. So let's talk about 3 skills or strategies that I want you to put in your emotional intelligence toolbox today. The first skill I want to talk about is self check ins. Now, there's a great New York Times article that I have here. You can look into it further if you want to. But the idea behind self check ins is to check your feelings and your emotions every single day or maybe throughout the day. You know, this self check in will help you gauge where you are emotionally. It's a great chance or a great opportunity for you to take a pause, right? Ask yourself, hey, how am I feeling today? It's something that we do for other people if you really think about it. In the morning, you say, good morning, how are you doing? How you feeling today? We always check on other people, but again, with that self check in, don't forget to check on yourself. The most important thing about those self check ins is the why behind what you're feeling. If you're feeling frustrated, why am I feeling frustrated? If you're feeling happy, hey, what's making me so happy today? Now, the second thing I want you to put in your toolbox, the second strategy, is deep breathing. You will find deep breathing is an awesome coping mechanism for pretty much everything. If you want to talk about the evidence associated with deep breathing, you can go over to this Vanderbilt University study that I have here. But again, it's something over the 20 years of my practice that I have used with students, with myself even, just to be able to cope and to de escalate. So, again, the tool that you're going to put in your toolbox is deep breathing. So, all of that chaos and frustration that I mentioned at the top of this piece, we're going to take a few minutes to inhale and exhale some deep breaths to be able, again, to cope with those things. And another thing you want to think about when you talk about deep breathing, this is the time where you're taking in those deep breaths in and out to do so without judgment. Whatever has frustrated you or caused you to have tension, physical tension, think about it, but think about it without judgment. Again, as I said before, deep breathing is a coping mechanism that we teach people. It helps you to mentally de escalate and it also helps to release that physical tension that's in your body. Now, let's talk about that third strategy. You've heard me talk a lot about chunking, right? Chunking is a way to put information into bite sizes, right? So that you can process it easier. Chunking is a part of emotional intelligence. And if you want to read a little bit more, go over to Mindflame. They talk about different ways to chunk. Which way do you chunk is that article. But again, chunking is breaking tasks into smaller or more manageable pieces. So if you find yourself with a ton of things to do today, you're overwhelmed, you don't know what to do, start to break those tasks down into smaller chunks, block by block, if you will. Think of it as a triage, right? If you're in an emergency hospital situation or environment, triage means that you're going to take the most urgent or serious cases first. So think about that when you're chunking your day. And don't forget to ask for help. Nobody can do everything on their own. All right, so that is our life hack, if you will, for how to build emotional intelligence or EQ skills. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. Remember that our goal here is to build our skills, right? To become better problem solvers and to have better overall success. I'm going to leave you with this thought. It's not about suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and harnessing them to make better decisions and to build stronger relationships. So, as you go about your busy day today, remember to embrace your emotions, for they are the powerful guides on your journey toward emotional freedom. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for today, our short tidbit on emotional intelligence. What I want you to remember is we have all of this information on our website as well as our guided journals. I believe we have 5 so far over on Amazon Books. So, again, if you like this content, support us on our website, our social media, and every other platform that you can think of. We appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day seeking emotional intelligence.